Hey guys, what's up? mrparka here, and this is introduction to my new show. It's going to be called The Secret Top 10, and essentially what it's going to be is I invite, indie film people on, either, distributors, directors, actors, all those kind of people, writers, whoever, and it's a fun little thing. It's kind of a take on something like The Movies That Made Me, but it's not necessarily that. So the basic thing is everybody, I sit down with somebody. This week it's Dustin Mills. Of course, I wanted to start it out with somebody I know very well, somebody I worked with, and we sit down. He gives me, he has the choice to do a top 10 on any subject. It could be top 10 favorite actors, top 10 favorite, slashers, top 10 favorite, shootouts, whatever he wanted to do. I don't know the subject until we get there. He tells me the subjects, and then I have 2 minutes to write down what I think his top 10 are going to be. We go through his top 10, we talk about the movies a little bit, if I can, if I've seen them, and then I read my guessing list, and we compare how well I've done it. At the end of the show, we usually do a little quiz show or a fun game, a tournament bracket. If you guys will see how that works. And so it'll be basically in two parts, and then there'll be some bull crap back and forth and everything. That's how the show's going to work. So I thought this would be very fun to do this new segment, just kind of have fun with it. My favorite thing is to hear people that make movies and love movies talk about, movies and stuff like that. They're so used to talking about a lot of stuff that, like, we have to hear, like, the same interviews and stuff that they probably are getting tired of doing, and the promotion and stuff. So it's nice to hear people kind of just sit back and talk about movies that they love or crazy subjects. And with the games and stuff and the trivia, we can have a lot of fun conversations. So like I said, the first choice on the show had to be Dustin Mills. If you guys are not familiar with Dustin Mills, he is an indie director out of Ohio. He's done dozens of features. I've been friends with him forever. I actually got pretty much my start in acting and indie acting and stuff in Dustin Mills movies. The first features and stuff that I did were in his films. So he started making his first feature was Puppet Monster Massacre, which he's currently remaking it right now, which is very cool. And he went on to do such things as Easter Casket, Invalid. Her name was Torment, just Apple Cart, a slew of things. So I hope you enjoy this episode. We don't really talk much about his movies. I don't want to tell you his secret top 10 because that's all part of the fun. So you'll have to tune in to hear what he decided to do his top 10 on. So this is the secret top 10 debut, and hopefully there'll be more to come. The audio quality should be pretty solid on this one as we recorded in person. A lot of these will be recorded over Zoom. But let me know what you think, and these will not be mixed in with the weekly videos or anything like that. They're going to go separate videos because sometimes they'll probably run 45 minutes, 30 minutes to an hour. So that's a lot to add into the shows. And there's not going to be any like timetable when there'll be new ones. I'm going to try to keep it semi-consistent, but you never know how these things will work out because I'm depending on a lot of other people and trying to get people to do the show and everything like that. So here we go. The Secret Top 10 with Dustin Mills. All right, we're here. This is the first episode of a new show, new segment. I think I'm actually going to upload these by themselves on the show, and there'll be a podcast version, everything like that. This is going to be like the Secret Top 10. Secret Top 10. It's the ripoff of The Movies That Made Me. I like that they say they don't have to do any work. And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make other people do the work for once. So it's actually an absolutely ridiculous concept in a way. It's a secret top 10. I don't know the subject. I don't know absolutely anything about it, which is kind of like Movies That Made Me for Joe Dante. I think he doesn't know anything. But anyways, I'm having hosts on here, movie-related people, and they're going to do a top 10 of any category, any subject they want. It could be top 10 favorite actors, top 10 favorite actresses, top 10 favorite Friday 13th kills, top 10 favorite slashers made in 1984. I don't give a shit.
There probably were 10 in 1984.
I probably was.
There might have been.
So it could literally be anything. Here's the rules. You tell me the subject. You time me for 2 minutes. Okay. I write down in my trusty notebook guesses. Yeah. I don't know the order. And then we go over your top 10. You explain why you like them, why you chose them. And then we show my list at the end to see how many I got right, how many I got wrong, how off base I was, misspellings, all that kind of funny shit that I'll have in here in my terrible chicken scratch. And then we're going to do a stupid little fun game at the very end.
Okay.
So I guess let's go.
Okay, so you're ready for my subject?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to be specific because this could get tricky. This is you should have guessed I was going to do something like this. It's my top 10 movie monsters. But here's the thing. No kaiju. So nothing big that can destroy a building. No little monsters. No ghoulies. No gremlins.
Okay, we good?
And hold on, one more thing. I'm just checking to be sure that I'm right about this. And none of them are CGI. They're all practical effects.
Done.
Okay, so you ready? I'm going to time you.
Yep.
2 minutes?
Yep.
Okay, go. Dave is scribbling his guesses now.
I need concentration, man.
Will he be able to guess my top 10 movie monsters? Only time will tell.
I don't know fucking spell that stupid word.
You need like Jeopardy music.
Bow, bow, bow. I'm definitely, when you say them, I'm switching those two.
Yeah, good luck with the order too, because I don't even know if my order is actually in the order I like them. It's just the ones I can think of.
You're gonna kill me here.
Sorry, it's hard. It's harder than it sounds.
Oh my god. Well, I wrote that one twice. I only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 5. Oh man. Monster.
Remember, no giant monsters and no little monsters.
Ooh, he's kind of giant. I'm keeping him on the list just
Okay.
because I need him anyways.
Okay.
No little monsters.
No critters, no gremlins, no ghoulies, no hobgoblins, no munchies.
Yeah, the munchies. That's gonna make a list.
I like munchies when I was little.
I mean, I think I like the second one with Dom DeLuise. I don't know if I ever saw the first one.
Oh yeah,
As a kid.
I forgot that there were sequels with one munchie. You ever see that movie where Dom DeLuise is a talking skateboard?
I don't know how to spell this, but I'm writing that.
Okay. What's that movie called? Is it just called like The Skateboard Kid?
That movie doesn't. It's not real.
You have 15 seconds.
But his luck is about to change.
Oh, I call that an eye-opener. I'm back, and I'm ready to roll.
When he becomes the Skateboard Kid.
My big fat talking skateboard. What is that called? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I fucked up. I should have put somebody else, but that's what happened.
Okay.
I put down something I shouldn't have put, and then after I was ready,
He got in his own head.
I knew that it should have been the other thing. Fucking liking.
Okay, so how do we do this? How do we? Do I just start telling you?
You start at number 10, the
Number
bottom
10?
one, and
Okay.
then we tell it why you like it. Sorry, I'm ducking out of the fucking mic here.
That's okay. That's okay. I think we're good. All right. So my number 10 is the Cathoga monster from the movie Relic. Did you have the Cathoga?
I'm not going to tell you until the very end
Oh,
to
till
see
the very
how
end.
bad
Okay,
I did.
okay,
I've
okay.
actually never seen Relic.
You've never seen Relic? It's okay.
You ain't never seen Relic?
We never seen. Actually, that movie is just okay, but it's got a cool monster. It's too long. It's too dark.
It's got Tommy Sizemore in it.
It does, yeah. All right, number 9 is, I'm gonna be specific, but if you get in the ballpark, then it's fine. But it's William, the first werewolf from Underworld Evolution. Number 8.
I actually, my friends were big into the Underworld movies,
Yeah.
but that came out like right after The Matrix, and it was like let's put everything in a leather jacket.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
I was
yeah.
like,
That's the first one. The second one is just a monster mash.
my friends liked the second one better.
The
There
second
was
one's-
like that
I
big
think the second
muscular
one's way better.
werewolf,
Yeah.
and he had a big fight. Is that the dude you're talking
That's
about?
William, yeah.
Yeah, I watched that part. They hyped it up. I was
Yeah.
super excited, and then he got killed in 10 seconds, and I was like,
Oh, maybe that's not the right one, because like
he charged at that Dracula or some shit, some big vampire, and got killed.
No, he has a bigger fight than that. The fight with him is like, I think it's better than that. I feel like he gets killed by a helicopter blade. I can't remember. You may not have seen that scene. He's the coolest werewolf suit I've ever seen in a movie.
Okay.
Anyway, number 8 is Brundlefly Jr. from The Fly 2, which is rough because I also love the first Fly monster.
Okay.
But it's my top 10, and The Fly 2 I think is a better monster.
I don't remember Brundlefly Jr. at all. I mean,
Oh, man,
you're just
like-
talking about the Fly from Fly 2?
Yeah, just
Okay.
like the end when he's like tearing ass through. You don't remember that?
I remember him
He
spraying
melts
some
the
old
guy's
man's face
off. The
with
guy's
acid.
he rips off his own jaw. Number 7 is the creature from the Black Lagoon.
Science hunts Amazon Gillman in the most astounding expedition of our time.
Okay. Who doesn't love the creature from the Black Lagoon?
Assholes, probably. Number 6 is the Graboid monster from Tremors.
Kind of giant.
Broke into the wrong goddamn rec room, didn't you, you bastard?
I know, it's a little bit, but it's not building size. I think he's the biggest or second biggest on the list. Number 5 is Grant from Slither.
Oh, Grant's great.
Yeah. Number 4 is Samael from Hellboy.
Which one's Samael?
Samael is the one that, like, when he kills one, 2 more get born. It's a guy in a really cool monster suit, and he fights it in the subway.
Fuck. The first one or the second one?
First one. It's the main monster that he fights through most of the movie that Rasputin summons.
Hey, guys, this is early offset dementia right now. I don't remember that at all. I like that movie.
Well, now you have an excuse to watch Hellboy again, because it's a great movie.
I'm going to get the 4K if I watch it again.
Number 3 is I almost went with the Alien Queen, but she felt giant to me, so I'm just going with the Xenomorph. Xenomorph from Aliens. Specifically the ones in Aliens. Those are my favorite ones.
Aliens, the second one?
Yeah, because I like their ridgy heads and like their cooler design, I think. They're like smaller and weirder. Number 2 is Creature from Monster Squad. Okay. And then...
That's so cheating.
Why is that cheating?
It's so specific.
I'm sorry. What do you want from me?
No, it's funny. I failed.
And number 1, I bet you got this one. What do you think number 1 is?
Pumpkinhead?
Yeah, it's Pumpkinhead.
Okay, thankfully.
Pumpkinhead is my number 1 monster of all time. I love Pumpkinhead. You know that.
Okay, so that's the list.
Yeah.
Okay, I panicked at the very end, and I wrote 4 of them, and they weren't even in the order, because I didn't do 1, 2, 3, 4. I had, like, empty spots, so I just started... Okay, so number 10, I had Frankenstein monster. Can't go wrong with Frankenstein.
It's a great monster. It's a great monster.
Number 9, I had Guyver. Zoonoids.
The Guyver.
Yeah, I do love those. Oh man, Lisker specifically might be like number 11. Like if there was an 11, he would probably be on there.
Number 8, I put Jeepers Creepers Pervert. The pervert monster. I'm talking about the monster, not the director.
I think he's called the Creeper, but I'm going to call him the Pervert from now on.
I thought it was a better name.
Is it looking at me?
Number 7, that's a good name for him.
Yeah.
I had the Wolfman, but after I wrote it was the last one I wrote. I figured, fuck, I should have put the werewolf from like American Werewolf in London or the Howling, because I feel like you like the Howling werewolves better, right?
I like the transformation in the Howling better. My favorite werewolf is the one I put on the list, which is because just I love the suit. But then like Bad Moon, I love Wolfman from Monster Squad, even though he looks like a rat. I'm trying to think what else. I love the Wolfman makeup in like the Wolfman remake. So
Okay.
I don't know. I think that should count because I just put William because he's my favorite. But I love.
I did put Wolfman. I put the Wolfman.
Okay.
I put Zerum.
Oh yeah, you know what? Zeram should have been on there, and I didn't think of you.
How do you say that again?
I say it's Zeram.
Zeram. Okay.
But I don't know what the right way to say it. But like, he would be, man. He's up there too. Maybe not in my top 10, but I love that.
Well, he's a
guy.
good mixture of like a monster suit guy, like a predator monster suit, like the mechanical shit. But then when he gets broken down, he's like the Thing. Yeah. So it's like, oh shit,
he just
really
keeps
weird.
turning into different monsters.
That's why the first one's better than the second one, because they don't do that in the second one.
Yeah.
Number 5, I put The Fly.
I think that should count because that's really close.
Number 4 I kept because he's not always large. The Blob.
I almost put the Blob, but then I was like, yeah, but by the end he's giant.
The Blob is one of the scariest.
I do love the Blob, like the 1980s version of the Blob. Yeah.
Number 3 I put The Creature.
Okay, yeah.
So I got
Creature on here twice. So
yeah. So number 2 I put The Thing.
I almost put The Thing, but the thing about Originally, I had the like Norris thing
Norris.
specifically because that's my favorite one.
Yeah.
But then I was like, I don't know, because I was trying to go for more like... The Thing is hard because it's nebulous. It's like in a class of its own.
Yeah, it just keeps.
But I do
changing.
love The Thing. Like,
At number 1, I got Pumpkinhead.
yeah,
Because I knew you love Pumpkinhead. I had the thing, and then I erased it. Yeah. I literally was gonna put in a little thing where I get to ask a question, because if you would have said monsters, I was gonna ask, do kaiju count?
Yeah.
Because it'd be Godzilla, and you know what? I should have put King Kong, because King Kong didn't start off as a kaiju. I don't care what they say. I don't think he technically was until the sequel.
Like, you think he's not big enough to be one?
I just don't think that he really was ever made to be one originally. I mean, were the Harryhausen monsters, like the big monsters there, were they considered kaiju, like the Cyclops and shit?
I don't think Americans knew that word back then.
Yeah.
I mean, now they would probably be considered that, because we just use that as the blanket term.
Yeah, but I guess
since
King Kong,
Pacific Rim, we use that as the blanket term for all giant monsters.
so I think King Kong technically became one throughout history. Kind of like a lot of people will say they count Deliverance as a horror movie. It's like, it really is not a horror movie, but it also is like the catalyst to like one of the biggest horror genres of all time. So it's kind of hard to like argue or not argue. Like,
Which movie?
Deliverance, like Hicksploitation.
Oh, gotcha,
it's like,
gotcha. Yeah.
well, I mean, like every movie based off this is a horror movie. So
Yeah.
it's like, I don't fucking know. I don't even want to argue.
I don't know. I mean, what else? I don't know what
Like-
you call that movie. The movie's like a dark adventure. Like, a thriller adventure. I don't know what that is.
It's like, it's so hard to determine. Like, is Deliverance a horror movie? Is King Kong a kaiju?
Yeah.
Who the fuck knows?
I would count King Kong as a kaiju. I mean, he's big and he tears ass
He
through a
becomes
city.
one most certainly when he fights Godzilla.
Yeah, but I mean, at the end of the original movie, he's like, he's like terrorizing the town. So
Does exactly what any other giant monster.
yeah, he's just not very big in the first movie.
Okay.
Okay.
So wait. Let's give a pass fail on this. So we're gonna Frankenstein, Zonoid, Guyver, and Jeepers Creepers Pervert. We're not on there.
No,
But you're gonna give me the Wolfman,
I'll give you Wolfman.
Fly.
Fly, I'll give you. Creature, I'll give
and
you.
Pumpkinhead. Do I get 2 creatures then?
Why not?
So 1, 2,
You got
3,
5 out of 10.
4, 5. That's not too bad.
In the most roundabout way, you got 5 out of 10.
That is pretty bad though. That's not a passing grade. It's not even a passing grade on the old school grading system when the 60 was a D.
Yeah.
That's a failure.
Is the 60 no longer a D?
They kind of grade, I think. As I was in high school, they changed the 60 to like a
F plus.
like, it's not even fair. Like a 50 and below is an F, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, a 59 and below.
Is that how it works? I
Yeah.
don't even remember, man. That's so long ago.
Who cares?
Old as dirt.
So this is a tournament.
Okay.
For this tournament, I'm going to explain the rules. There's 8 participants in the tournament. I'm going to draw out 2 names. They face each other. The winner goes to the next one. I draw
Okay.
out 2 more names. The winner goes to the next one. They face that person.
Okay.
And we'll have the brackets, and then we get the final 4, the 2, and then we get the 2
And they're
versus
doing
them.
trivia? Is that what it is?
No, this isn't trivia.
Oh, okay.
This is just a tournament, but it's who would win in a monster fight.
Oh, okay.
And it's monster groups, because I know you like monster gangs like myself.
I do.
So there's 8 separate monster gangs. Some are families, and one of them is kind of not monsters at all, but it's absolutely hilarious they're in here because I can't have one without the other.
Who picked these? You picked these?
I made these up.
Okay.
There's one in here I'm changing on the spot because I don't think you're too for you know I don't even know if you've seen this movie in 25 years, and I forgot one, and I'm like, that's way better.
Okay.
So, okay, coming up first. I know you don't love this movie,
Okay.
but there's a lot of monsters in it.
Okay.
The Nightbreed monsters.
Okay.
And I put Peregrine, Chunasassy, Cabal, Narcissus, Lylesburg, Rachel, Leroy Gom, Devilude, 2 Berserkers.
Okay.
So that's quite a big group.
Okay. They got 2 berserkers on there?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like, how are they not going to have a Berserker?
How are they not going to win?
Wait till you see some of these motherfuckers.
Oh, okay, okay.
Okay.
They
They're going to face off against a movie I'm sure you don't like. I'm sure most people don't like.
Is it Neon Maniacs?
It's absolutely Neon Maniacs. But the Neon Maniacs, little do people know, there's actually 12 separate Neon Maniacs and then 2 scavenger creatures. So there's 14 Neon Maniacs.
Right.
Remember, the Neon Maniacs only come out at night, like the Nightbreed, which is a good battle.
Yeah.
But they die by fucking water.
Yeah,
So
and all the Nightbreed monsters except the berserkers are intelligent as human beings.
yes. So we have Ape, Archer, Axe, Decapitator, the little known Neon Maniac.
Fucking movie is such,
Doc.
such trash.
Don't forget about Doc,
Yeah.
paid by Andrew Divoff.
Oh, really?
Yeah, first roll.
I didn't realize
Hangman, Juice, Mohawk, Punk Biker. Well, that's a good one. Samurai, 2 Scavenger, Slasher, and Soldier.
Are these the names in the credits, or are these just names you came up for?
These are the names in the credits, and they're the names in the actual trailer.
in the trailer.
Introducing, in diabolical order, Axe, Hangman, Doc, Biker, Slash, Juice, Samurai, Mohawk, Archer, Soldier. These are the Neon Maniacs.
Okay.
A lot of they don't have Decapitator, but he's in the movie 3.5 seconds. But they're in the credits. Literally, the trailer's like the Ape Archer. Don't they go through all their fucking?
I don't know, man. I've never seen that.
They have trading cards and they have their names on there.
Well, I know there's trading cards in the movie. Did they ever actually release trading cards in real life?
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
I mean, what if there's only like 12 or 13 trading cards? Are they really trading cards? Like,
Yeah, it's true. Yeah,
Doesn't
but
even-
these are what they do. They make up more Neon Maniacs to fill out the.
I had a theory on what Neon Maniacs was supposed to be, to be honest, because that script role, like something was fucked up with it. I literally think that they're the answer for all monsters. Like they're their answer for Jason Voorhees or Freddy Krueger. They all come from this area.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And they come. That's why there's like that world dimension where they live under the bridge, and they have that cop goes in there at the end, and they, like there's a whirlwind because they're coming from some weird dimension. All the monsters are explained to the Neon Maniacs, except they probably were like this. They were probably reading this and like,
When you explain that movie, it sounds so much better than the actual movie really is. Like it sounds so much more interesting, and then you see the movie, and it's like, I know you love it, but it's so
yeah,
ridiculous.
it's a movie that like I can't really defend.
Yeah, it has a lot of potential though.
All right, so there's you know what? There's two monsters I actually forgot. I should switch out two, but I'm not gonna do that.
Okay.
So break down that fight. Who wins that fight?
Oh, the Nightbreed win that fight.
How?
They just get some water.
How are they gonna figure out it needs water to kill him?
I don't know.
How are they gonna stop him when Juice is electrocuting him?
Okay, so let's say the Nightbreed don't know about the water thing. Where are they fighting? I feel like that's important.
It is important.
Yeah.
At night, that's all I know.
At night. I don't know. I think I still give it to the Nightbreed because I think the Berserkers could take any one of the Neon Maniacs.
I agree. They have Ape, but
Yeah.
I think my friend Rocco could beat up Ape.
I don't even remember what Ape looks like. I'm assuming he looks like an ape.
Not good.
No.
Not good. That's
I'm trying to remember. There's one that is offensively looks like a Native American.
That's Mohawk.
That's Mohawk, okay. There's one that looks like a cop, right? Isn't there a cop? one?
Biker.
Oh,
There's
biker.
a soldier
okay,
too.
okay. There's the little slimy ones with the goofy eyeballs. Those are the scavengers, right?
Yeah, they just hook you and take the bodies away.
You know who looks like he should be in that movie is that monster from what's the movie with it's got Diane Franklin in it and
TerraVision?
TerraVision, yeah. I always thought the monster from TerraVision looked like he belonged to the Neon Maniacs group.
I feel like all the characters from The Rage, that movie with Andrew Divoff,
Yeah.
are just Neon Maniacs.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. So, or the Vineyard.
Vineyard.
I
watched-
It's actually the Vineyard, isn't it? They call it the Vineyard. It's supposed to be Vineyard.
It's Vineyard.
Yeah.
They might say it wrong in the movie. I don't know.
No,
That movie's bizarre.
It's not great, but I like it. It's a fun movie.
Yeah.
All right. So who's fighting next? This one I'm changing.
Okay.
I originally had the Video Dead Zombies,
Okay.
which you probably like to some small degree,
I haven't seen Video Dead, I don't think. At least not since I was a kid.
but I want to change it to 6 Killer Clowns.
Okay.
So I mean, you like Killer Clowns a lot better.
I do.
than-
I love
so-
Killer Clowns.
And I was like, oh, I forgot the Killer Clowns. That's a gang, and those are great.
Yeah.
So definitely the most memorable ones, like a couple main ones, and then probably the little one, and then like the real fat one. and
But
then
not the dinosaur one.
no dinosaur one.
Okay.
I mean, that's not fair. Verse the Ghoulies from Ghoulies 2, including fish, dog, cat, bat, and rat. He's not a goat.
I think you mean goat. Really.
Okay, so Killer Clowns versus the Ghoulies from
And
Ghoulies 2.
I'm deciding who wins this battle.
Yeah. I want to hear details.
That's rough, man. Because here's the thing: the Killer Clowns have weapons, but the Ghoulies are really good at like dodging guns and shit like that. Like
They're magic, too.
Yeah, yeah. That's a rough one. I think you need to specify a place. I think we have to know where they are.
Well, I think
Oh,
that
they're at the carnival, right? Because they both hang out at a carnival.
they're definitely at a carnival.
Okay.
Well, here's what happens. I'll
right.
set this up for you. Now
All
I'm put on the spot.
Yeah, do it.
Essentially,
Give it to me.
Satan's Den moves in, the carnival, they're moving town to town, and then all of a sudden this meteor hits, and there's another carnival there. And the ghoulies are like, hey, you can't be moving in on our territory, you fucking clowns. And the ghoulies and the killer clowns go and try to invade each other's carnivals.
Okay, so the Killer Clowns Carnival is their spaceship, right? Like
Yeah.
their big top tent. This is important. Does their spaceship have toilets?
I don't know. Do the killer clowns have to use the bathroom? They eat.
They eat, yeah.
But if you remember, the only way to kill a killer clown is how?
You gotta destroy its nose.
What's the only way to kill a ghoulie?
Any way you can kill a ghoulie?
The book.
Do they never kill a ghoulie just by like smashing it or cutting off its head or anything?
Incantation.
You have to use the book?
Well, I don't know. Can the killer clowns eat the ghoulies like that giant monster ate the ghoulie?
Well, they turn them into cotton candy cocoons and they drink their little ghoulie blood.
Would that kill the killer clowns?
Would the ghoulie blood kill them? Why would it? It's not poison.
Can they get the straw through their tough exterior? A bullet couldn't get through them?
That's what the cocoon is for. It dissolves them.
Ooh. So who are you going with?
Here's the thing to remember. Killer clowns, one of their weapons is they have little monsters of their own. Remember the popcorn turns into little monsters?
Well, that shadow hand puppet's pretty dangerous.
And the shadow hand puppet. I'm going to say it's close, but I'm giving it to the Killer Clowns. But I think it's a close battle. Man, now I just want to see that.
That would be a good movie.
It would.
Like,
any movie where they take any group of monsters and make them fight any other group of monsters would be a great movie. Except for
Monster Brawl, which you told me not to watch.
Yeah, that's not it. That one's not so good.
What were you going to say?
But I was just going to say, like, except for when they make those movies, they always, like, waste time for 90 minutes. And the last 5 minutes, they actually fight.
Like The Mummy vs. Frankenstein?
I never watched that because you told me that
It's not horrible.
I know, but I'm not... It's also 2 hours long. It's an indie movie that's 2 hours long. Cut this. You can't have me bashing indie movies on here.
They don't care.
They might.
You didn't even see it. I'm the one bashing it, and I didn't even bash it. I gave it a good review. I liked it.
Everybody go watch Monster Brawl and
Monster Brawl I didn't watch.
Frankenstein versus the Mummy. Is that
Frankenstein vs. the Mummy is actually fun.
Go watch those. Don't listen to me. I don't want to bad talk filmmakers.
I ain't cutting it.
Okay.
They won't see this.
All right.
Okay, so the next one, something near and dear to your heart.
Okay.
The Guyver Zoanoids.
All right.
Now
I do love the Zoanoids.
Lisker.
Wait, is it all part 1 Zoanoids or is there any part 2s in there?
Well, you know what? Since you said
Lisker's in both.
I'm going to change it, just the last one, because my last choice was Balkus, and Balkus is too strong.
Balkus is too strong.
So we're doing Lisker,
Yep.
Stryker, Ramsey, who's the elephant, Weber, who's the woman who's with Lisker,
Yep.
and then the fly, one of the flies,
Okay.
the stupid dinosaur one that shows up and gets his neck broken, and the the big porcupine fucking...
The rhino guy?
The rhino that looks like a possum porcupine.
Yeah.
Yeah, him.
He looks like a Ninja Turtles villain.
Yeah.
Okay, so Zoanoids, basically, versus...
This is the joke one.
What was it?
The Addams Family.
That's not even fair! The Addams Family aren't even mean. They don't fight anybody.
They're in the fight.
They're creepy and they're kooky. They're not mean.
Well, they're dead now.
Yeah, they're very dead.
Gomez, Morticia, Uncle Fester, Lurch, Grandmama, that's how they say Wednesday, Pugsley, Thing, and Cousin It.
Where are they fighting?
I'm going to have to give the advantage to the Addams Family because they're not leaving their
So
mansion.
it's in their mansion.
Yeah.
Ooh, that changes things.
Well, I mean, you got to give them an advantage. You can't just have them fight monsters.
Yeah, that's true. All right, I'm thinking of what they got in their mansion, right? They got... They got traps. They got poison. They got a bunch of weapons. Gomez has dynamite. Pugsley has dynamite too. Pugsley plays with dynamite. Here's what I think. Here's what happens. Fucking Zoanoids bust in there, right? It's full on Home Alone at first, right? Like the Addams Family is like gleefully taking them out with traps and shit. Then Zoanoids get the upper hand, start taking out the Addams Family. Gomez is down. Morticia's down. Fucking Pugsley's out. Uncle Fester. Grandmama. Lurch. It's down to Thing and Wednesday. And they bring it around in the last round. And Thing and Wednesday take out the Zoanoids.
I'm going to electrocute him.
How did they do that?
Well, the herd's been thinned, right? So maybe it's just down to the tough ones. Who are the toughest ones in there? Lisker and the Rhino guy from part 2?
Probably.
Just those two versus Thing and Wednesday. I think Thing and Wednesday can take them out.
Well, here, Stryker accidentally kills 2 of his own guys on principle.
Yeah, there you go. Thins the herd right away.
I mean, because they're not indestructible. He throws a blade right through that fly's head.
Oh no, they die.
Yeah.
They for sure. They can die just like a person can. They're just really tough. So
So
I'm giving it to the Addams Family because Wednesday and Thing pull it out in the end. They figure it out.
So when we go to the next bracket, is it only going to be Wednesday and Thing left? Or are we going to start over?
I think you should start over.
I think so too.
Yeah.
So
Otherwise, it's gonna be real one-sided. You'll be like the Blob versus Wednesday Addams. Like it's like, I guess the Blob didn't have a gang, but
I mean, he ate gangs. I'm sure he ate a lot of gangs.
that's probably true.
So we got the Monster Squad monsters: Dracula,
shit.
Frankenstein, Wolfman, the Mummy, and the Creature.
Are the brides there?
They can be there
Okay.
pretty easily. They were, and that little skeleton in the beginning. I don't know what that is.
I don't know. I think there's just zombies beneath Dracula's castle or something.
I feel like he's controlling that skeleton. I don't know why. I don't know what's going on. And of course, how could you put the Addams Family in without the monsters? So Herman, Lily, Grandpa,
That's a
Eddie,
good matchup.
and Marilyn. The
That's a good
Monster
matchup.
Squad versus the monsters is hilarious. I never thought that was gonna happen.
That's a
but-
good matchup. That's a good
Okay.
matchup. Let's see. All right. So here's the thing: the monsters will know how to defeat the Monster Squad monsters, and vice versa, because they're analogs of each
Exactly.
other. All right. All right. All right. Here's what I think. Oh no, maybe not though, because they would know to use a silver bullet.
But what about the Creature?
Creature's he's the
I mean,
He's
just
the
gets
wild
shot.
card.
He gets shot, but
Yeah, that's true. Who's more powerful, Dracula or Grandpa Munster?
we know that answer.
I think it comes down to. But Grandpa's. How old is Grandpa? You think he could be older than Dracula?
No,
Is he Dracula? Do we know?
they're the
Let's see.
same person. They just melt together,
Yeah, like at the end of Time Cop.
or like the deleted scene from Brain
Same
Scan.
matter can't. The lead scene from what? Brain Scan.
Brain Scan, they
I
melt
don't know
together.
if I've seen that. Really?
Yeah,
That
I
sounds
watched that
better
special-
than what happens in the movie.
I love Brain Scan, but yeah, like they deleted the scene. Steve Johnson was like, I saw the effect. They had it on deleted scene. I was like, it's just literally like an old school 80s effect. Or it's like a blob of like Ryder, like the Trickster and Edward Furlong. Like,
That sounds awesome though.
it's pretty cool.
I'm gonna give. I can't. I wanted to go silly, but I'm just gonna give it to the Monster Squad monsters.
I mean-
I think they win. They're more vicious. The monsters would be cracking jokes while they're getting their heads ripped off.
Goodbye. I'm leaving.
I mean, you got Eddie, Monster, and Marilyn in here, and they're not going to do much.
Plus, I think maybe the only way to beat Monster Squad Dracula is to open up the gateway to Limbo with the amulet.
Yeah.
And like, do the monsters have the amulet? You know what I mean?
Yeah, here's where I should have put like the Lost Boys vampires in instead of the fucking monsters. So be it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh boy. So the next fight we have is the Nightbreed versus the Killer Clowns from Outer Space. It's a tough fight.
Am I doing this or is this for someone else? I'm doing all
This
these.
is absolutely for you. Yeah,
Oh,
you got to
okay,
determine the king of the monsters here.
Say who it is. Who is it again?
The Nightbreed, Pelegrin, Shunasasi, Cabal, Narcissus, Lylesburg, Rachel, Leroy Gom, who's the guy who's like, looks like the millennia just ended.
My favorite guy.
Two berserkers.
The guy who says trailer lines.
Outstanding.
Chance have we got? They're armed.
So am I.
And Killer Clowns from Outer Space, 6 Killer Clowns.
God damn, that's rough. I don't know who wins that, man. Because it's another thing where, like, the clowns have a specific weakness that the Nightbreed are smart enough that if they figure it out, like,
It's
they'll
over.
exploit it. It's over, but will they figure it out?
Lylesburg's pretty smart, but Lylesburg's weak, and he'll die very early. Rachel can turn to smoke.
Yeah. She's the one with, like, all the, like, needles and stuff, right? Like
That's Shunasasi.
Oh, that's
She's
Shunasasi.
poisonous.
Okay, she's poisonous. Okay. Oh, I remember Rachel now. Okay. I think I'm still going to give that to the Nightbreed.
Okay.
I think Nightbreed beats Killer Clowns but it'd be a very entertaining brawl.
Yeah, because what happens is if a cop can figure out to destroy the nose,
Yeah.
somebody's getting hit in that nose.
Yeah.
Like if I see a clown and he's missing me off, the first thing I'm gonna hit him in
His nose.
is nose.
Yeah, like in Uncle Buck.
Yeah, are you drunk? What's he at? Is he asking if you've been drinking?
Yeah.
And
It's what's his name? Guy from Little Monsters. Howie Mandel is that clown, I think.
Is he really?
I think so. I could be wrong, but I think that's Howie Mandel.
Putting that guy in makeup drove him crazy.
Isn't it funny that like
He hates makeup.
Little Monsters is my go-to reference for Howie Mandel.
That's mine too. I mean,
Yeah.
well, he's in a TV show. That's it, right? And boy,
He's
Bobby's
on all kinds of stuff.
Bobby's World's pretty one comes to mind probably.
Yeah.
So then we have the Addams Family versus the Monster Squad.
Didn't we already do that? No, we did.
The Monster Squad got a pretty easy fight in the Monsters. Now they're gonna fight.
Oh, that's right. They
Addams
fought the
Family.
Monsters. Now they're fighting the Addams Family. I think that goes to the Monster Squad Monsters.
Okay.
Because I don't think the Addams Family necessarily knows how to defeat them all. I think the Monster Squad monsters are very vicious and cunning. I think that they'll... Here's the thing. Is Frankenstein with the Monster Squad monsters?
He has to be just
Okay.
on principle.
Okay, just on principle. Okay. Yeah, I think I give that one to the Monster Squad monsters.
Let's say that they run into them initially right after Frankenstein's brought back to life. So
Okay.
there's no like that scene in the swamp when they're all like
Yeah.
celebrating and it would make the greatest painting ever.
Yeah, Frank hasn't met Phoebe yet. Hasn't been turned over to the good side.
He doesn't know it's all bogus.
Phoebe!
Don't go Frankenstein.
Bull! Gus!
Do you get like chills when he says it when he grabs Dracula?
I get chilled all the time. I love that movie, man.
I'm like, here, like I'm seriously. When he grabs.
Oh, the music's so good there, too. That movie rules.
Tom Noonan's great in that movie.
Oh, yeah. He's good in everything.
And that Dracula, Duncan Reiniger or whatever his name is, he might be one of the best I know people want to hear that,
Yeah.
but he's one of the top 5.
He's an awesome Dracula.
He's a dick.
And he's scary. Like
Oh, he's
when
big and he's scary.
lightning flashes, he turns into a skull. He's got that big, awesome car.
Like as much as Bela Lugosi's like the quintessential Dracula, he ain't scary.
He probably was back then.
Bela-
I love Bela Lugosi's
Me
Dracula.
too.
I'm sure if I was a kid in 1930, when did that come out?
1931.
31.
Yeah.
That I would be terrified of Bela Lugosi.
Okay, so the final fight is the Nightbreed versus the Monster Squad monsters.
Oh,
It's a tough fight. You remember, some of the Nightbreed can be killed by bullets and things, and they were slaughtered by human beings. But then again, so were the Monster Squad.
so were the Monster Squad.
They were killed by kids.
Yeah.
So they both can be killed.
I think that is if I'm being honest, I think that is almost a 100% even match because the Berserkers, fucking Wolfman's going to take care of the Berserkers, and they're not going to be able to kill him. Like, they'll rip him apart, he'll just pull
It'd be
himself
like
back together.
Wolverine just keeping somebody busy.
Yeah, yeah. And eventually he'll get the better of him. Not just because I love Monster Squad and don't really like Nightbreed. I'm giving it to the Monster Squad monsters.
Okay.
To me, the Monster Squad monsters are the ultimate versions of the Universal monsters. They're my favorite version of the Universal like monsters, and I think that they would take the Nightbreed. But I think it'd be really close.
I think it's really hard to beat Dracula, period.
Yeah.
Because he's so smart. Like, they could stake him, but the Mummy and Monster Squad's not doing much damage.
We don't even know if staking him would kill him in Monster Squad.
It could. I think it incapacitates him, though.
Probably. That's you. I think that's in some mythologies, that's what it does to vampires. He kills the brides.
Yeah.
He gets impaled, but it's not with wood, so I don't know if it counts. But he gets impaled at the end.
Yeah,
It doesn't
on
die.
on the fence.
Yeah.
Thing is, though, like, some of these monsters have such bizarre powers, and, like, how do you kill, like... Pelegrin is like one of those characters. I feel like he has to, because a lot of the Nightbreed are dead.
Yeah.
Like they say, they've gone past death, so they can't
Yeah.
really die. But you could cut them up. They're much more fragile than, let's say, the Wolfman.
None of the Nightbreed die in the movie?
Yeah, lots. They
Oh, I was
said
gonna
like
say.
they interrogate that old man, and he says, "How do you kill him?" That's what he says. Bullets for some, fire for others.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
but some have, and then Rachel explains some have gone past death, like that stuff that comes from Pelegrin's bite. Mm-hmm. That ball, it resurrects you.
Oh, okay.
So that's why Boone comes back to life.
Gotcha.
It's a rich, weird mythology that's underexplained in the movie. So most of the people are like, I don't know what's happening. But after you watch it 50 times, it's Makes sense.
The novella is really fucking good.
I love the novella, and I love the original theatrical cut.
Yeah.
A lot of people saw the director's cut for the first time, and I know like it was supposed to be his intended version, but it will never be the same version that would have been made in 1990 that he got to touch.
When we watched it, even though I'd only seen Nightbreed once when I watched the director's cut or the director's version with you. Even I can tell where they had like copy and pasted music, and some of it was a little sloppy, and
they didn't make any. Danny Elfman made the score for the movie, so like he didn't make new tracks for that deleted. So it's just reused footage. So
music,
like new music is introduced at the wrong time. It just doesn't feel right to me, and it doesn't land as well as the theatrical. I like the ending of theatrical better too. So
theatrical is way shorter, isn't it? Isn't it like a 89-minute movie or something?
It's a little shorter. I mean, like there's stuff I like about the director's cut. I'm glad I seen it, but
you prefer the theatrical
100 times.
Yeah, that's your version. I get that. I feel like I have that with some movies. Like I stick to the version that I watch the most.
Yeah. Yeah, this was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a good time.
It didn't go on too long. How long did we go?
I don't know.
36 minutes. That's perfect for an episode.
There you go.
I'll cut in some clips, possibly. Even though we talk so fast, it'll be very hard to sneak in a pumpkin head. Just cut at him like, Ed Harley!
You're a fool, Ed Harley.
This brings up Pumpkinhead. Like, it made me laugh out loud. I was telling you about that podcast, Sick on Cinema. Give them a shout out. I like that podcast. Fucking.
Yeah.
And they were like, they're from the South, and they were like, does it ever, like, somebody asked them a question about, does it ever offend them, like, when they watch a Southern movie, and it's, like, clearly just, like, trash in the South, like, over the top. And he was like, not really, but he's like, there's people like that. But he said the one movie that kind of had me scratching my head was Pumpkinhead, because like even in those rural areas, they're like walking around without shoes on in that movie, like not even wearing shirts.
Brother, there's still people that live like that.
Well,
like
in
the
their
hills
area
of Kentucky
apparently
and
there
shit.
wasn't, but
yeah.
There's also a misconception that that's only down south. Like if you like go in like some places in Ohio and Michigan, it's there.
Brother, I grew up in Indiana, and I like where I grew up and the people I interacted with were more like people you see in movies set in the South.
All she can do is take you straight to hell.
More like Pumpkinhead than actually the South.
I mean, not that like redneck.
You didn't have no buckflower there?
No bug flower. People mostly wore shoes, but there were people who walked around with like. I remember when I worked at the convenience store, there was a guy who come in and would buy Dutch Masters cigars every day.
Yeah.
And he wore the like denim coveralls, no shirt underneath. He's skinny little farmer, had big straw hat, everything, no teeth. Like that shit's it's real.
I spent a lot of my summer weekends going to a campground, and there was a couple characters there. They were cool though. They weren't like bad people, but
yeah.
I don't know. There's a guy named Skinny. All he did was play the guitar.
Yeah, that sounds
Married
right.
To a real big woman.
That's some real Southern shit right there.
But you always want him because he played the guitar. You always want him at your campfire.
Yeah,
he was cool. I mean,
yeah.
So I guess we're done. That's the first episode in the books. I had fun. Hopefully get some other people. Probably have to do them as Zoom.
Yeah.
The audio probably won't be as good, but I've been asking around, and they're gonna give me random top 10s, and I'll do trivia or a tournament. What do you think? Did you like the tournament?
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah,
the whole thing was fun.
Yeah. So. I was trying to think at one point, like I had a bunch of tournament ideas, and I was gonna like Battle of the Drunks, and like, but I only really had Buckflower and Royal Dano.
I was gonna say it's just a fight between Buckflower and Royal Dano, and oh shit, what's his name? From Ed Wood and the movie that's kind of like Predator.
Kind of like Predator.
Oh, what is his
Which
name?
character in Ed Wood?
He's Bela Lugosi in Ed Wood.
Oh, Martin Landau.
And
he's talking about Without Warning.
Without Warning, yeah. Isn't he drunk in that?
I think everybody's drunk in that.
Jack Palance has played a drunk a couple times.
He's in that.
Yeah, I think
he's in that movie too. And
which one's the one's all drunk and he's like, Alien! Is that Jack Palance?
How the fuck could I not throw Aldo Ray in there?
Neville
Brand and Aldo Ray. Aldo Ray's in Without Warning. He's just at the bar, and he's only in that bar scene, and he's like a character actor for years, and you're like,
that name sounds familiar.
He's in a bunch of shit. You've seen him, like, you ever see what's that what the fuck is that really corny movie from '85 where it's him and Neville Brand, and it's like a recut of another movie, and they're just fucking drunk off their ass, and they're just
I don't
fucking
know. That
like
sounds like a good time.
Mechanics, but they're actually harvesting bodies for somebody. What the fuck? Evil? It's not Evil Within. Is it called Evil Comes at Night?
Okay.
Yeah, it's. You could tell Aldo Ray and Neville Brand are drunk.
Isn't there also one that's
Oliver Reed?
Oh yeah,
he wins.
Oliver Reed's just drunk in real life. I don't know if you ever played a drunk. He's just a drunk in real life.
They just start throwing real
drunks in there.
It's gonna come down to
Lee
Lee
Marvin.
Marvin.
Of guys with giant heads who are red all the time.
Lee Marvin and Oliver Reed is gonna be the best fight of all time, by the way.
Dean Martin.
Just fucking. They're all dead. Nobody cares.
Yeah.
I mean, how come you could be a drunk back in the day and be like Academy Award winning great actor? Now if you're a drunk, like you can't even fucking function.
I don't know, man. I think back then they were just like built from different stuff.
They were just tough.
They were just tougher.
Like, because honestly, I've never watched an Oliver Reed movie and been like, he's terrible, he's drunk. Like, even if he was drunk, I was like, this is a great performance.
It's always great. He's just also always drunk.
He's just, like, they said he was super professional. Like, when the movie come, like, he'd be shit-faced drunk the night before, and then would come to make the movie, and he was like perfectly sober.
I think maybe Richard Burton was drunk all the time too. Yeah.
They always said, what was the other one?
Battle of the Hollywood Drunks.
Richard Harris too.
Oh, really?
I think so. I had this book. It was called like Hellraiser. I never get to read it, but it was just basically like the life of like 4 Hollywood drunk guys like that. Oh, Lawrence Tierney.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Anyways, we're good. We're talking about drunks.
Yeah.
I guess you got Puppet Monster Massacre remake coming. If you wanted to give it a shout out.
Yeah, working on the Puppet Monster Massacre remake. Have no idea when it's gonna come out. I'm working on it. It's like I'm making it like it's the last movie I'll ever make, so I want to make sure that it's great. So it'll be a while, but it'll be out.
Awesome.
I have side projects going on, some music videos that I've been hired to do, and then I don't know how much I can say, but Seb Godin and I are like working on a short of some kind that'll be. You'll see stuff from it soon. I don't want to talk ahead of Seb. So
I definitely want to get Seb to do one on here.
Oh, you definitely should.
He's gonna be terrible. He's gonna give me the worst subject. He's gonna be like 1990s Japanese. Then he's gonna say like something that I don't know. I'm like, I don't know what that is.
I tried not to do that to you. I was like, all I watch anymore is like anime. So I'm like, I like if I'll do anime stuff and Dave will never guess any of it.
I wouldn't.
I know.
I'm like Guyver. I'm like, you sure it's not Akira?
You're like, I've seen Guyver and Devilman.
Guyver, Devilman,
and a show about gay boys that Jeremy made me watch.
I countered him with Heavenly Creatures, though.
Oh, yeah.
The better of the 2 gay movies is what I told him.
Heavenly Creatures is a great movie.
Yeah, I mean, that's a classic.
Yeah.
I was so baffled when he gave me. I was like, come on, man. You want to know he's making me watch next week?
What?
Fucking Moulin Rouge.
Ugh.
I was fucking mad. Like, I literally was shocked by it. I was like, no. And he was like, oh, we watched War and Peace. I was like having an existential crisis. I was
like, I don't want to watch either of those things.
War and Peace is 7.5 hours long.
Yeah.
That's fucking cruel.
Go with Moulin Rouge, but
I did.
Moulin Rouge is, yeah, man.
I'll hate it.
I never understood the.
Maybe I'll like it. I don't fucking know.
You'll at least be able to laugh at Richard Roxburgh's performance because it's fucking terrible. And
is he the guy who played Dracula in Van Helsing?
Yeah.
I fucking hate that guy.
He's the worst.
That's the worst performance I've ever seen in any.
Well, wait till
Dracula.
you see Moulin Rouge.
Oh, we're done.
At least John Leguizamo was there.
Is he?
Yeah.
He's all right.
Offensively playing a little person, but he's in there. Well, they couldn't hire a little person. They just put John Leguizamo on his knees, like
there's that movie with Gary Oldman no one watched called Tippy Toes.
Oh, Tiptoes, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I would play a little person either. If they asked me to, I'd be like,
fuck no.
I'm like, why? There's like dozens of actors that would take this role. Like, why fake it?
Here's what I'm waiting for. They're always giving fat actor jobs to skinny actors and putting them in makeup. When are we going to have a fat actor play a skinny guy?
That's a lot of CGI.
Yeah. Hey man, they did it in not fat, but like in Captain America, they made Chris Evans all skinny and shit. So yeah. When am I going to see Jack Black play fucking James Bond?
Jack Black is James Bond. You know what? I always complain and I sound like a xenophobic asshole, but I'm serious. I'm like, how come all these like Australian and British actors are playing like Southerners and like people with like thick accents from America? Like they're literally like playing like American character actor roles that like now we don't have any American character actors. There's like 6 of them. Then they're all dying.
I was just talking about that with Erica, how there's no like interesting looking character actors in movies. Everyone is beautiful and no one has sex. That's what movies are anymore.
Like back in the day, they'd like go in a coal mine or shit. Like you'd be like, all these people.
You want to be in a movie? Yeah. It's like that guy's got one eye and there's some snot coming out of his nose. Like, throw him in there. We need a drunk.
We need 12 drunks, and they're like, "You want a job?" It's like, and then like before they know it, they're like in fucking 800 movies, and they're like, "Oh!" Like
they suddenly become a character actor.
Yeah, and everybody loves them.
I don't think that's ever how that actually happened. I think like Buck Flower and them were all like classically trained actors who just happened to look interesting.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, Ben Johnson used to like do like stuff with horses, and then somebody's like, "This guy can wrangle horses. Let's get him on the job." And then they're like, throw him in the small role, and then before he realizes it, you're just an actor now.
Yeah, birthed a character actor.
And some of them were like classically like. war notes, went to school and shit, and got like, but I don't know, like Charles Bronson, like bit players back in the day, like Clint Eastwood, like these guys, like they probably had some training, but they kind of were small roles and they built their way up.
It's true, yeah.
So I don't know.
Doesn't happen so much anymore.
No, like if you're not connected, you're not in.
Yep.
So we're done.
We're done.
Old man rants are done. All right, thanks for doing this. I had a lot of
course,
fun.
man.
Yeah.
It's a good time.